Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Sunday afternoon, so it's time to do another painting. Today we're going to do another funnel pour. I really love these funnel pours, and if you want to learn how to do them, I did an online course through G-Pours, G-E-E Pours. You can go and look under the G-Pours YouTube channel. I paid $30 US dollars to do the course, which is really cheap. And let me tell you, the course is full of all the information you need. And what is really good about the course is he explains to you, dependent on where you are, how to mix your paints using different pouring mediums. For instance, flood floetrol, which is of course the best really to use, is very expensive for me here in Ireland, or I just can't get it. So for me, I use Acrylic floetrol, which is the one that I can get here in Ireland. In his course, he explains, if you have Acrylic floetrol, this is how you mix your paints. If you have flood floetrol, this is how you mix your paints, and so on and so forth. So it's a really very, very good course. Okay, so if you, because I can't tell you this is how to mix your paints, because it depends where you are. Otherwise I would be telling you this is how I mix my paints, but it's not going to work for you if you're somewhere else. Okay, so do yourself a favor, do the course, learn how to do this technique. Stunning paintings. You've seen the ones I've done already so far. Absolutely stunning. So today we're going to do another one, because why not? So come along and let's create a beautiful painting. Come along. Okay, we are back. I'm just putting my gloves on quick. So what we have is, sorry, let me get the gloves on. She said as she battled. Okay. All right, so I've got my funnel. I've got two colors. I've got a purple and a yellow. I've got Amsterdam Oxide Black. And I have Decard Satin Enamels. Okay. Right, I'm going to put a white base down. This is just normal white paint. Oh goodness, look at me, I've got paint on me already and I haven't even started. Never mind, it's all going to get covered now with paint anyway. So this is really just a normal white paint, which is just a base, just to cover the canvas. That will do. Okay, obviously when we put the paint on now and spin it, it will all cover anyway, but there we go. Okay, let me just get some just to wipe my hands off with. Okay, can you see? Maybe I can bring you a little closer. Like that. So you can see the top of the funnel. Okay. Put the paints where I can get to them. Alright, so you put your funnel down in the middle of your canvas. You start with the Oxide Black. On top of that, you add a color and a color And then from a height, you pour in your Descartes satin enamels. And then another color. And another color. Okay, and some more satin enamels, again from a height so it all sinks in. Like that. And I'm going to add, just for, why not, a little bit of black also from a height so it sinks in. Okay. Now I'm going to bring you down. Okay, now all you do, lift and drop. Oh, that's interesting. So that is what we have at the moment. Now let me just get it to the middle like that. So the satin enamels that makes the cloud in, that usually takes a couple minutes to develop. So don't spin your painting out straight away, okay? Leave it for a couple minutes to develop before you spin it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with a heat gun quick. Okay, all right, now I'm going to leave this for, I'm going to say about 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe, before we spin this out. So I will be back with you in a couple moments. Okay, I think it's been about 2 minutes. So I'm going to spin this out. Here we go. And you don't need to spin fast. All you do is you put the weight of the paint where you want it to go over. And look, I'm spinning it really slowly, but it's going over. And then you just move the paint again to where you want it to be heavier. And a slight spin, and it'll go over. And you pick another corner, just move the paint over so it's heavier that side, and give that a little bit of a spin. I'm not going to spin it further because it is covered. Maybe I can just bring that across a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so just make sure all your sides are covered. Yeah. Well, that is pretty. I do like the colors. I anyway love purple and yellow together. I love the color combination of purple and yellow. So any painting with purple and yellow in, I'm going to love. The clouding here, and oh no, this is very pretty. I mean, it's got, even in there, in this purple here on the sides, it's got a very funny effect going on there, which actually looks very pretty. The cells, the clouding, very pretty. I love this also. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. I'm going to call that done. I think it's lovely. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down and give you a quick close-up. If I can get the paint off my fingers. Let me just hit it with a heat gun just one more time. There we go. All right. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Oh goodness, now I've got paint on my arm too. I don't know where it comes from half the time. Okay, I'm going to bring you down and give you a close-up. And there it is. Beautiful colors. Look at that. Look at that in the yellow. Isn't that pretty? Look there. I love that. I love that. But you see there in the purple, that's what I was talking about. Isn't that different? It looks very weird. I think it's lovely. Look at that. Yep, happy with that. Very, very happy. So, there we go. Painting done. Thank you for joining me, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I think probably Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, I'll do another painting. So keep a lookout for a video. And otherwise, I'll see you next weekend. So, thanks everyone for joining me. Bye.